don't put your eggs all in one basket. I get it. And, as a personal producer myself, as well as an agency owner for many years now, I completely understand that you can't put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to a lead vendor, a lead source. You can't. As good as that source is, sometimes they're not going to be able to deliver the volume you need, or maybe even the quality at times can change, and it will require us to shift. Another thing is, as agencies, we can't not only just depend on one source, right? We gotta be creative in other sources. I remember when I started selling final expense as a door knocker, I was working newspaper inserts. And at that time, I would make sure I was dropping a piece of paper with my advertising on it in every single paper that was in my neighborhood. And that was a way that we were marketing. And it cost us roughly about $16 to $20 when it was all said and done in terms of response. Direct mail was another strong one. But television was also something that I really enjoyed, and for many years, we were very successful at generating thousands of leads through television. But once again, sometimes the television would go in a slump. Direct mail, sometimes, the direct mail response rate was terrible, way under 1% in certain parts. So I get having to, keep that creativity going in order to always be at the forefront of leads, marketing. I understand. But I also understand, based on many conversations I've had with our existing clients at Telecom, is, dealing with a lot of lead vendors too is not fun either. And I've been there as well. Because a lot of what happens is you got a big vendor here that buys from a smaller group that sells leads, and then they resell. There's big brokerage firms out there and marketings that all they do is buy your inventory in terms of leads, and they resell it, through, through some kind of an offering, right? They put it out there and agents bid on it, or a fixed price. But the point is, they're not directly involved in lead generating. There's a lot of that. In fact, a lot of marketing agencies out there, especially the overseas guys, not only do they attempt to generate leads, but they do a lot of reselling. And nothing wrong with that, but you do create some room for liability in terms of compliance. So now imagine that multiplied times having several lead vendors that are providing you leads, from Facebook to TV, you name it. Each one has to have, compliance, cost, etc. So I understand. But, the way we generate a live transfer is by basically, buying all of the final expense data that we can buy, creating, an appointment or a live call within the 90 days of that original opt-in that we generate, through landing pages that we generate, or, cold calling on raw data. We're able to do that and get our hands on good data to not only cold call, but also we've positioned ourselves with Facebook, which, everybody knows that social media is a huge vehicle to generate leads. And from there, we're able to do what is called a live transfer. So, our campaigns are designed around your needs that have to do with selling burial insurance. We understand that a big part of your persistency is going to come from the way that the lead was generated. We understand that. But we also understand that quality just keeps getting better and better with time. And the only way we can accomplish that is by having a partnership with our clients and understanding that providing leads to them is going to be something that's going to be long term. We can't, as a lead company, also afford to just send leads everywhere without a long-term plan. We want to have a long-term plan of building not just the relationship, but also helping building your client list by providing you leads on a daily basis. Another reason is because you're able to rely on that partnership with a vendor that will handle all complaints that can come from generating leads, and that does happen. DNC, TCPA, clients will file a complaint. In some cases they have nothing to stand on. They're just doing it because they want to see how far they can get, or in some cases they believe that they were on the do not call registry, and turns out they weren't on the do not call registry. So once again, I understand not to put all your eggs in one basket, but I believe that if you can reduce the amount of lead vendors or lead sources that you work with that are reliable on your day-to-day, you're gonna find that you'll be more productive, you'll be able to take more leads, and when it comes to dealing with any of the negative side of the complaints or compliance issues, you have a complete understanding of how your lead partnership with that vendor is going to be able to handle it. And that's worth, a lot of money. Can't even put a price on that, because most lead vendors don't do that. All they do is sell you a lead and they forget about it. If you have a complaint, in most cases, they don't take responsibility and they bounce. And that's not fun when you're facing a fine from the FCC or the Do Not Call Registry and you have no way to defend yourself, so you got no option but to settle. Simple as that. Or, if you do have a way to defend yourself, you're debating if, you should even fight it, because it's not worth, fighting it at times. You understand? But it's good to have a small group of lead vendors that can provide you the volume that you need. But you have to be able to go into a partnership like that in order for it to work. And truly, that's really the way we work with our call center operations that buy leads from us. And that is that we have an understanding that they're not just going to buy leads 1 week. Okay, once they know that we have a good quality, they understand that we're in compliance, they know they're going to be on the books for long term, buying leads from us, and also giving us enough heads up when they want to break the relationship, or hey, if they have a better option, it's fair. But there's got to be a partnership. And I strive to do that with all of our clients on the lead department, because I understand that what they need is volume as well as long-term success. So guys, you enjoy your holiday week, and if you drink, don't drive. Bye.